What's happening, people? It's your boy Big Augs, and welcome back to the Voice of the Tune. Match preview time. Newcastle United are back in the Champions League to face PSG away from home in Paris. For me, which is in this group of death, which is a difficult fixture. Fresh off our 4-1 win at Chelsea, we are faced with this task, or some are calling it a must-win game, if we want to have any chance of qualifying. And before today, I thought to myself, it's not really a must-win game. We can draw and we can beat Milan on the last day, but the way the table is set out with us on 4 points and Dortmund being where they are, it's kind of difficult. So it is kind of makes this game a must-win game. For me, the game comes at a wrong time because because of our injuries. We can't afford to have many injuries, and fresh off the international break, beating Chelsea 4-1, I feel like we've gathered momentum in the league, and to now have this extra game in the Champions League, it just feels like a game too many at the moment. But obviously, this is what it means to be part of Europe's elite. This is where we want to be. So we've got to overcome this. We've got to go out there and put in a performance that can go down in history. Nobody feels sorry for us. This is what it is. This is what we asked for. Finishing in the top 4 last season. This is what it's about. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult game. PSG at home is Mbappe's castle. This is where he's most efficient for them, and they are in good form. I believe they beat Monaco with 5-2 in the last game. So it's going to be for us a difficult fixture, hands down. So with our squad, hopefully we recovered well from Chelsea, and we just have to go again. We've got to believe that we can do what we've done to them at home in that 4-0 win, that we can do that again today. The odds are against us, but like I said one time, that sometimes when you're the underdog, the pressure's off you. And I believe against Dortmund in the first game, we weren't really the underdog, so the pressure was on us. But PSG game at home, we were sort of the underdogs, and the boys didn't have any pressure on them, and we put in that performance. So expectations from the boys today is not the same as it was against Dortmund. So that might work in our favour. We might see a different performance. The 2 defeats to Dortmund for me were disappointing, especially at home. That's the one that sort of was like the blow. Away from home, 2-0, obviously we played well. We had a big chance to equalise, but Champions League is about moments, and you've got to create moments for yourself and take them as well. So we failed to do that against Dortmund, so we find ourselves in this must-win encounter. And with this game, before Champions League started, when the draw was announced, this was the fixture. Away at PSG was, for me, the free hit. Because I looked at all the other games. I looked at Milan at home and away, and I thought we could get something there, and we did. We got a point. PSG at home, I backed us to get something there, and we did. We got 3 points. Dortmund, the 2 games at Dortmund were the games where I thought we could actually climb on and go on after getting the results at Milan and PSG. But obviously that wasn't to be. So this game, before this season started, I said to myself, do you know what? This could be the free hit. This could be the game that we lose, or this could be the game that the result that doesn't matter, unless or if we pick up the points in other games. So yeah, we find ourselves in a difficult situation, but I'm sure Eddie Howe will prep the boys mentally. There's 2 ways to look at this. We've got 4 points here. If we had lost, let's say, our first 2 games and then won and drawn our last 2 games in this campaign, our tails will be up. There'll be a different mood. It's just because we lost twice to Dortmund, and that's just the way it is. So we just have to pick ourselves up and go again. And it's, like I keep saying, it's going to be a difficult one. Dembele scored in the weekend. Luis Enrique is talking about him, saying he's their most influential player. So he's finding his form. And we don't really have, obviously, a natural left back. We've got Tino out there, who's more than capable of handling Dembele. If Dembele could do it at home, Tino can do it as well. So it's going to be a game of matchups and individuals, and I'll be intrigued to see how we respond. The game against Dortmund away, obviously we were sluggish. We had injuries. We were down to the bare bones. We brought in some young players coming on as well. So that that for me has a different feel. Whereas today we have players back. You know, Isak is playing again, so that there's a different feel to it. And I like Isak in these games because Isak is the one who can, when you get to him, the ball sticks and he keeps us in position. So I'll be intrigued to see the setup of the team. I believe it will be the same team. As it was against Chelsea with Lewis Miley in there again, another opportunity for him to show how good he is. You know, he's shown that against Chelsea. So yeah, it's just about the boys going out there and putting in a performance that's worthy of getting the win, because we do need it. If we want to qualify to the next stage, we have to win today. You know, a win today puts us on 7 points, and even then, it's still not even in our hands, because then obviously, well, it is, because if we beat Milan on the final day, then that'll put us on 10 points. So, you know, there's still a lot to play for. You see, I'm believing, because at the end of the day, we've achieved so much with so much doubt, you know, and each time, even me myself, I've said sometimes, you know, like the game at Old Trafford in the League Cup, I don't mind going out in this cup, but you know, the boys always put in a performance to shock us. So don't write us off yet, man. Don't write us off yet. You know, I'm sure Eddie Howe has something under his sleeve. So this one I'm fully confident about, in terms of I'm just not stressed out about it. To be fair, whatever happens is going to happen. But the damage was done in this group in those 2 games against Dortmund. So we are where we are. It's just about applying ourselves like we did against Chelsea, and finding the energy that we played at home against PSG, because obviously they'll be looking to get it back in blood against us, because we done them some damage. They lost to Milan at the San Siro, so they're not great either. You know, they're not great. Bar Mbappe, obviously, yeah, they've got players like Emery, I believe he's injured. They've got some players there, you know, Hakimi, but they're not great. You know, they can lose games, and we can actually get at them. So it's just about how we approach the game. You know, we just got to go in there positive, aggressive, like we are. So the team I play in this game, like I said, the same team. So Nick Pope and goal, Abu Trippier, Lascelles, who scored against Chelsea, Fabian Shaw and Livramento. Midfield for me is just the biggest worry, because I heard Longstaff and Willock didn't travel, so we're very short in there. We're really short in there. So it's going to be John Linton, Bruno G, and again Lewis Miley in there. Anthony Gordon, Miguel Moron, and Kiliman Isak up top. Probably, yeah, that's the team I'll do. That's our strongest team, and obviously the bench is going to be the bench. 3 keepers, 4 youngsters, and Matt Ritchie. So it is what it is, man. You know, it's time to be positive. You know, we're here. You know, the boys I believe we've had a successful Champions League campaign. For it to be our first time in 20 years in the competition, in this group of death, you know, to be competitive as we were throughout it, for me, I'm not too upset. So, like I said, though, still all to play for, man. So I'm gonna predict, you know, like I said, I always back the boys, so I'm gonna predict a win. I believe we can go out there and get the win, so why not? So I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win. I'm gonna go for Anthony Gordon and Kiliman Isak to score. So yeah, man, let me know your thoughts on the game. I see there's some crowd trouble out there in Paris as well, so hopefully those who are out there are safe. I'll be doing a live watch along on DR Sports, so make sure to tune in to DR Sports and that. But let me know your thoughts on the game. Make sure to like, to comment. Thank you for watching, and also to subscribe. It's your boy Big Augs, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.